Welcome to the YouTube channel, Contact Center Knowledge Hub, your one-stop solution for expert guidance, best practices, and actionable knowledge in the world of contact centers. Explore, learn, and enhance contact center skills. Here's in-depth explanation of forecasting, key obstacles in sustaining performance in call centers. Let's discuss one of the most important realities of forecasting in call centers. The key obstacles in sustaining long-term performance. Even the most advanced forecasting models can experience accuracy decline over time. If data discipline, process consistency, or operational alignment begin to weaken. Sustaining forecast accuracy is an ongoing discipline, not a one-time achievement. Obstacle 1. Data quality deterioration. Every forecast depends on clean, consistent historical data. But over time, data quality can degrade. Common issues include missing or corrupted intervals in call logs, queue structure changes that were never backfilled in historical data, manual overrides without proper documentation, an inconsistent average handle time or contact tagging across systems. Impact. As we say, garbage in, garbage out. Poor quality data leads to model drift, unpredictable staffing, and ultimately, a loss of trust in workforce management outputs. The takeaway: if data hygiene weakens, even the smartest model can fail. Let's move to obstacle 2, ignoring emerging patterns. When business conditions or customer behavior evolve, static forecasting models quickly become outdated. What once worked perfectly may no longer reflect reality. Here are some common examples. A post-pandemic digital shift leading to higher chat and email volumes. A change in product mix or pricing that alters inquiry patterns. Or market expansion introducing new time zones and regional variations in contact demand. Impact. When emerging patterns are ignored, forecasts begin to lag behind reality. This creates chronic understaffing in some areas and costly overstaffing in others. The key lesson: forecasting models must evolve as fast as the business itself. Staying static in a dynamic environment is the fastest way to lose accuracy and credibility. Obstacle 3. Over-reliance on historical averages. While simple models like moving averages work well in stable environments, they tend to fail when business conditions start changing rapidly. Let's look at the common symptoms. Fixed averaging windows, even when clear trend shifts are visible. Inflexible models that ignore seasonality, growth, or decline patterns. Impact. When forecasts remain static in a dynamic environment, staffing models quickly become outdated. The result: missed service levels, wasted labor hours, and declining confidence in forecast accuracy. The lesson: averages are a good starting point, but adaptive, trend-sensitive models are the key to sustaining accuracy over time. Obstacle 4. Lack of continuous validation. Many contact centers produce forecasts, but very few validate them rigorously over time. Without ongoing validation, even good models gradually lose accuracy. Let's look at the common gaps. No monthly MAPE or WAPE reviews. No systematic error pattern analysis or bias tracking. And no rolling reforecasting cycles to catch drift early. Impact. Small deviations that go unchecked eventually compound into major service level and cost deviations. The result: surprise queue backlogs, overtime spikes, and missed financial targets. The lesson: forecasting must be treated as a living system, not a one-time event. Continuous validation keeps the model sharp, credible, and business aligned. Obstacle 5. Weak cross-functional communication. Forecast accuracy suffers the moment departments start operating in silos. When marketing, operations, and IT don't synchronize, forecast assumptions become outdated almost overnight. Look at the typical breakdowns. Marketing launches new campaigns without informing workforce management. Operations update process flows or scripts but fail to adjust the forecast logic. And IT rolls out system upgrades that change handle time or routing behavior. Fact. Forecasts end up being built on old realities. Variance spikes unexpectedly, service levels swing, and trust in forecast reliability erodes. The takeaway: communication is not optional. A great forecast needs shared intelligence, not just data from the past. Obstacle 6. Lack of forecasting expertise and governance. Forecasting isn't just about running numbers, it's a balance between analytical precision and operational judgment. When neither side is missing, accuracy becomes inconsistent and performance starts to drift. Examine the root causes. Limited workforce management training on advanced modeling or error diagnostics. No formal standard operating procedure or governance framework for forecasting. And a high dependency on individual forecasters, creating risk when key talent leaves. Impact. The result is inconsistent forecast quality, unpredictable accuracy, and slow model evolution. Without structure and skill depth, forecasting becomes reactive instead of strategic. The takeaway: build forecasting capability like a core business. Establish governance, train analysts, and document every step for sustainable accuracy. Obstacle 7. Ignoring AHT and productivity shifts. Many contact centers put all their focus on volume forecasting and completely overlook handle time behavior. Yet average handle time, or AHT, is one of the biggest workload drivers. An example. After a CRM migration, the average handle time increased by 20%. But the forecast model still used pre-migration averages. Impact. This created a severe understaffing situation. Service levels dropped sharply, and management was left wondering why a seemingly accurate volume forecast still failed. The learning: forecasting isn't just about how many calls will come in. It's equally about how long each call will take. Always track AHT trends and productivity forecasting inputs. Obstacle 8. Poor documentation of business events. Even the most advanced forecast models can fail, not because the math is wrong, but because analysts can't connect anomalies to real business events. Here are the typical oversights. Camps and holidays are not tagged properly in the data. No impact registry or event log is maintained for future reference. Impact. When this happens, analysts start treating abnormal weeks as random noise, instead of valuable learning opportunities. Patterns that could have improved future forecasts get lost completely. The key takeaway: forecasting is not just about prediction. It's about learning from every deviation. Document every campaign, outage, and anomaly. Because context transforms data into intelligence. Obstacle 9. Manual, non-automated processes. Spreadsheet-based forecasting may have worked a decade ago. But in today's fast-moving, data-rich environments, it simply can't keep up. Here are the core challenges. High error probability due to manipulation. No real-time updates as business conditions change. And slow adaptability to variance, meaning the forecast you build today is already outdated by the time it's reviewed. Impact. Forecasts quickly become inconsistent across and confidence in the numbers erodes. The key insight: manual forecasting is like driving while looking in the rearview mirror. Automation, AI integration, and live dashboards turn forecasting into a continuous, intelligent process, not a static spreadsheet exercise. Obstacle 10. Model obsolescence and drift. Even the best forecasting models lose accuracy over time if they aren't maintained. Models degrade quietly, and by the time the drift is visible, you've already lost precision and credibility. Let examples. An old ARIMA model continues to run unchanged, even though the underlying business trend has shifted. Or exponential smoothing constants are never recalibrated, despite clear signs of seasonality change. Impact: C declines silently. The forecast still looks stable on paper, but in reality, it's diverging from what's truly happening on the floor. The key learning: forecasting models are living systems. They must be reviewed, retrained, and revalidated regularly to stay aligned with business evolution. Obstacle 11. Lack of AI integration and feedback loops. Without automation or adaptive learning, forecasting stays stuck in the past. Modern operations move by the hour, and manual, end-of-week reviews can no longer keep pace. Missing in most organizations. No AI-based anomaly detection or automated reforecasting triggers. No automatic factor reweighting when patterns shift. And delayed, manual feedback loops that prevent real-time corrections. Impact: becomes reactive instead of responsive, fixing what went wrong after the damage is done. The key message: AI turns forecasting from a static plan into a self-correcting ecosystem that learns, adapts, and improves continuously. Obstacle 12. Resistance to change and overconfidence. Even experienced planners can fall into the trap of trusting intuition over innovation. They rely too heavily on legacy methods, convinced this has always worked before. Typical issues include test new forecasting models, or fear that automation will reduce personal control. Impact: forecast maturity plateaus, innovation stalls, and the organization misses opportunities to gain accuracy, agility. And the key insight: expertise must evolve with technology. True forecasting excellence comes from combining experience with adaptation. Obstacle 13. Disconnected KPIs. Forecasting doesn't live in isolation, it connects directly to service level, occupancy, handle time, and cost. But when these KPIs are tracked separately, the entire system loses. Here's how it shows up. Forecasts get adjusted only to hit service level targets, while ignoring the cost implications. Variance reports focus on accuracy percentages, without linking them to profitability or bill-to-cost outcomes. Impact: misaligned goals lead to misdirected decisions. Operations optimize for metrics, not for performance. The key takeaway: forecasting must bridge both sides: operational efficiency and financial return. Obstacle 14. Absence of real-time reforecasting. In today's dynamic contact center environment, static daily or weekly forecasts just don't cut it. Real-world demand changes by the hour, sometimes by the minute. Imagine this: an unexpected system outage hits at noon, and when service is restored at 3 p.m., call volume surges. Without intraday reforecasting, schedules stay frozen, and teams remain out of sync with reality. Impact: the recovery with customers wait longer, and service levels take a direct hit. The lesson: forecasting must evolve from prediction to adaptation. Real-time reforecasting is not a luxury, it's operational survival. Obstacle 15: high forecasting turnover or dependency on individuals. Forecast accuracy thrives on continuity, but when ownership keeps changing, that continuity collapses. Each time a new forecaster takes over, model logic and lessons learned often vanish. Rationale for past tuning is lost. Institutional learning resets, and the same mistakes repeat. Impact: forecast accuracy fluctuates unpredictably. There's no sustained improvement trend. Periodic resets. The key insight: forecasting must be process-owned, not person-dependent. Strong documentation, governance, and training preserve consistency, even when people change. Summary: sustaining forecasting performance. Let's wrap it up with the key takeaways. Sustaining forecast accuracy isn't about luck, it's about discipline. It requires clean data, mature processes, and adaptive intelligence. Most founds don't come from the math. They come from human bias, outdated tools, and weak communication loops. Forecast accuracy always declines when inputs, models, or governance are left unattended for too long. Continuous validation, AI-driven adaptation, functional collaboration are the lifeblood of sustained performance. The most mature contact centers treat forecasting as a living process, not a periodic task. Because in the real world, the forecast isn't static. It's alive, it's learning, and it's guiding every operational decision you make. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel, Contact Center Knowledge Hub. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights. See you in the next video.